Hi folks, got another video for you. This time we're going to open up and take a look at Volume 6 from the Battles of the American Revolution series. Before I get into it, I just want to give out a shout out to Itinerant Hobbyist. Big thank you, my friend. He sent this to me, basically brand new. This was still in the shrink wrap. I opened it up and took a look at the contents, but brand new. And I really appreciate it, my friend, and I'll remember. And I owe you one. So check him out, folks, on YouTube. Itinerant Hobbyist. He's got a lot of stuff for miniatures gaming and board gaming goodness. So check him out. I'll put a link in the description. But anyway, let's get back to this new addition to my collection, a GMT game. Again, Volume 6 in the Battles of the American Revolution series. Now, currently, I only have the first 3 volumes, which conveniently are listed here. As you can see, let's zoom in there. You can see the current listing of volumes. Now these 3, Saratoga, Brandywine, and Guilford Courthouse, which also contains Eutaw Springs, are actually sold as a tri-pack. It's a big deep box set, and you get all 4 of these battles in the one box. That's what I have. So I basically have the first 3 volumes, and with this, that means I'm only missing these 3. And of course, here's Volume 7, Germantown. That would be the most recent volume in this series, although the most recent set would be the tri-pack, which probably has the most recent rules. So yeah, here's a look at the setup here. Now this is a unique game, and this is going to be a challenge for me because solitaire is pretty low, and I know why, because this is a siege game, and I believe it's the second siege game in the series. I believe Savannah, is that right? I think it's Savannah is also a siege game. And this is the second one, I believe. Could be wrong, but I think that's how it works. Again, I don't have these volumes. Would love to get a hold of Monmouth. That's one of my favorite battles. But anyway, yeah, this is a siege game featuring the Spanish besieging the British. Uses event cards, the same counters, it's the same game system, but it's basically a siege, so it's got some difference in the rules in that respect, at least as far as I can tell. I don't really know much about this aspect of the series, dealing with sieges, but I do know that so far. And here's some counters, and I believe this also includes some replacement counters for some of the previous volumes in the series, which would be Volume 5 on down. So there you go. Of course, complexity is about a 6. I believe that's normal for the series. I have to double check that. So let's pop this open. And by the way, this is Pensacola in Florida. Where this is set. Let's open this up and see what's in there. This is brand new. There it is, just like magic. Of course, here's our decks of cards. These are the tactics cards, which are a normal feature in the series. During battles, both sides have the option of using cards, tactic cards, prior to resolving the combat. Some of these cards are exclusive to particular commanders, and some are just available in all combats. So I don't know if these are duplicates. It looks like they are. Frontal assaults. Those are all standard. This is a standalone game, so yeah, this is going to have all the standard cards and features. Get your little Ziploc baggies. And 2 dice. Again, that's nice. Red and blue. Add them to the growing collection of dice. Nice to have. And here's a deck of cards. This is unique to this series. These are event cards. If we look at this one right here. Siege guns. Turns only. Siege game turns only. Sorry. Enhanced French commitment. I believe the French are also in this. They have a contingent on the side of the Spanish. Play on siege turn 7 only. Ignore Spanish or French stacking restrictions, so you can really build up a force. Receive French battery B. Increase Spanish army morale by +1. If drawn after turn 7, discard and draw again. So that gives you an idea of what these event cards are. I don't know how frequently they're pulled or how they're played, but it's a brand new deck of them. And here, of course, is the exclusive rulebook. The equivalent of a battle book, which details the scenarios, the history, and deployment and so on and so forth for the game. And by the way, I believe the date on this is 2010. So this is actually an early version of the system. If you get the tri-pack, that'll be a 2018, I believe, release. Yeah, 2018. So this is a little older. I would use the rulebook from the tri-pack over the one in here, because it is a series system, so the rules are standard. Let's see where the rulebook is. That's the series rulebook right there, June 2010. I believe the one in the tri-pack is 2018. So yeah, seems pretty thin. But yeah, that's the rules of the series. Great game system, my friends. I really enjoyed this game. I've really enjoyed all of GMT's games so far. This has a lot of feel for the period, and I am a big fan of this conflict. So, yes, that's saying a lot. So there you go. Anyway, here's the Pensacola exclusive rulebook. Let's take a little flip through of this. And replacement counters, a little period art there. That's nice. Prepare for play, game length, all the standard stuff. Some of the counters. It would be nice if it was in full color. I believe the tri-pack is in full color. And this ought to be interesting. Like I said, it's low on the solitaire playability, but you know what? I have a strong belief that every game can be played solo. I haven't been conquered once regarding a game and being able to play it solo. So we'll see what I come up with for playing this solo. This will be really interesting. I am a big fan of sieges, and this era in particular is going to be quite interesting. Kings Florida Rangers, Indian Village. I'm anxious to see the map. And here's a bunch of scenarios. Of course, you get multiple scenarios. And a historical summary. Oh, I love these. Like I said many times before, in a board game, historical board game, really, this kind of stuff, the historical background to your games is, I think, critical. You need this. And not everybody knows what they're doing or what they're playing, and this really helps put things in context. I mean, I believe most historical board gamers are, in fact, interested in the history behind their battles and games. So I think it's a nice add to have that. Not all games have that, unfortunately. Battle Pensacola. Looks like an order of battle for both sides. And there's a little manifest of counters. Pretty standard stuff. And coup de main turn sequence. That's different. Siege turn sequence. So yeah, this is going to be interesting to play because it's a variant of the normal land battle system. So there is that. Let's see what else we got here. All right, we got the Pensacola Player Aid card 2. And where's number 1? They're both labeled 2. You get 2 of these. Movement modifiers, terrain, so on and so forth. And the turn sequences, you get 2 of these, 1 for each player. The map, which I'll show you guys in a minute here. And of course, 1 counter sheet. All right, here's Player Aid card 1. This looks like a... there you go. Pretty much standard modifiers. Damage tables, what's that? Artillery fire damage. Okay. Mortars, that's cool. Terrain effects. Weather table, even cooler. Morale adjustment. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So you get 2 of these. This will see a lot of use. And of course, here's the counters. Let's take a look at these. And this does actually include some replacement counters, as I mentioned before. Momentum counters, they're different. The art on them is different anyway. Of course, you get the Spanish up there, the yellow, and French over here. And you got the Brits. I believe there's Indians here as well. Indian allies for the British, I believe. There they are. I believe. Where are they? Okay. Breach. All right. Some more units on the bottom. Of course, here's the back. Great game system. I really enjoy this. Again, Itinerant Hops, I really appreciate you sending me this. Fantastic game series. All right, let's pull this out and see what it looks like. All right, there we go. Pretty standard size map. March through May 1781. And again, this is a, well, actually, this is a single-sided map. So there is that. Sutton's Lagoon, Pensacola Bay, Santa Rosa Island. There's your boxes for captured and eliminated units. There's your terrain key, so on and so forth. Can't read that. So this for the cards, I think, right up there. And then, of course, I got the turn record charts, or tables, siege turn track, and the Army morale over here. Standard in the game. Mortar fire, scatter, and drift. Let's get a little zoom in there for you. I don't know how well that's focusing, but there you go. Spanish stockade. This will be really cool. I wonder if there's any ships. I'll have to take a look at the counters again. I love me some wooden ships. Let's say Gage Hill. Yeah, Gage Hill. I imagine that's where the British are. This ought to be really interesting. I don't know much about this particular battle. Big fan of the early years of the conflict. In the north, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, of course Massachusetts, that area. This, of course, is going deep south. So, what's the date on this? 1781. Interesting. So there you go, folks. That is the map. Let's take another quick look at the counters here and see if there was any kind of boats. I don't have my good glasses on. I can't really see this. For all I know, this could be totally blurred for you guys and you can't see anything. But I don't see any. I see some mounted troops. Lots of cannon. I don't see any ships unless I'm blind, which is highly probable. Alright, so that's that. I don't see any. Okay. And like magic, there we are. So, there you go, folks. That is Pensacola, the Battles of the American Revolution series, Volume 6. I don't know when I'll get to actually playing this, but definitely want to give it a try because, well, it is a siege. So we want to take a look at this for sure. And of course, I'll make videos on it, as I do with my battles and my replays. So there you go, folks. That's what you get. I'm not sure the retail price of this game currently. I'm not even sure if it's available on GMT. It probably is, I would say. Information on the flintlocks. All kinds of information, and so on and so forth. Very cool. All right, folks, there you go. There it is, Pensacola. I hope you enjoyed. And once again, thank you, Itinerant. And I'm going to put a link to your channel down below in the description. Check him out. Give him a subscribe. He's got lots of good videos on wargaming, be it miniatures or board gaming. So, okay, folks, take care, and I'll talk to you again soon. Hang in there. It's only going to get better. Bye-bye.